Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, and as you can see from the thumbnail as well as the weapon that we have in our hand here, we are going with the giant piece of plywood here with a blade on it, the Zweihander, and this is one of the most iconic, most famous, widely used two-handed greatswords of the entire game. I have not purposely used it, almost exclusively not at all, in the entire Road to 100 so far. I believe there is only maybe one other episode where I've used it, and even I can't remember if I've used it more than once. And if you guys remember, let me know down in the comments if you've been watching long enough and you might remember one of these builds with this weapon. This weapon is almost kind of like, I guess I'll say easy mode in a sense for adventuring in this game. And there's really good reason that they included it in the game, because if you are finding the game to be a little bit too difficult, this is one of those weapons that you can bring along, and it slaps very hard. The other weapon that kind of goes along with it is the Argent Wolf Warhammer. This thing is also like a mini version of the Zweihander. As you can see here, there's only about 80 damage difference between the two of them, and the Wolfhammer has an A and C scaling of strength and dex respectively, and the Zweihander has a B and E+, even though it has a lower scaling metric. However, it does have a higher base value, as you can see there, and the base value is where the monstrous amount of damage comes from this weapon specifically. So we will be going with guard drain rating up here. As you can see that we don't have the highest drain rating for two-handed swords here at 0.34, so that'll bring us up to 0.74, and then with blood-sucking blades from regular Mia here, it'll bring it up to about 1.0, somewhere around there. So on every hit we will be recovering at least one ichor along the way, and the Zweihander has some of the highest stamina reduction in the game. There is one sword that does go a little bit higher, and let me see if I remember here. I don't exactly remember which one it is. Well, anyways, I think 77 might be the highest that it goes, but that is amongst the highest value of stamina reduction that you can get in the game here, and it's pretty incredible that this weapon is found so very early on in the second area of the game, basically right before the butterfly boss in the parking deck. You can find this, and so I'll show you here a little bit about why this weapon is so very ridiculous, because as you can see here, we're going to be able to kind of do whatever we want here with this guy. Okay, and we'll go for guard reversal, and guard reversal here will simply make our life super easy for this guy. And as you can see, I mean, these guys are supposed to be super difficult here, and we can just block to our heart's content here. Okay, and Mia's gonna just clean up around, and you can do this from the very beginning of the game. And as you can see, it's pretty much easy mode. It just destroys everything it comes up against. And with Pollux here, with lifesteal, regenerative drain, and improved regeneration, and we also have the highest slash resistance in the game, mixed with 100% block, mixed with block on all sides, mixed with guard reversal, which will make enemies stagger in front of us, mixed with dogged fighter, that as we are blocking, the recovery frames are much better, as well as having sturdy body, which is a huge increase in our health, and then if we get an opening we will use Dragon Lunge as they are staggered. So all things considered, this is a monster of a physical build for adventuring, and there's really nothing that is going to stand up in our way here along along our path, even if we are ganged up against several enemies along the way here. And so it will be quite fun here to destroy the government center here as we go along, and we will switch it up from time to time with the Warhammer as well as the Zweihander here. So all things considered, this is a pretty crazy build, and the only time that we will be actually in serious danger will be when we get ambushed from the back, or if there are the unblockable attacks from these fellas that we have to worry about. So Dogged Fighter is typically pretty trash. However, when you are going for a blocking based setup here, it becomes very good, all things considered. Oh, Mia's dead. Okay, that is fine. And you'll see here that there's an unblockable overhead, and you can see that these guys are absolutely wrecking us here. Okay, and let's back up here. Okay, and let's see about this fella. Okay, and you can see there that with these guys that do the unblockable attacks, it does become a pretty severe problem for us. Whoops, okay. And that's where the issues will come, is in the unblockables. However, for the remainder of it, we are going to be able to destroy pretty much everything and anything that comes in front of our path here. And as you can see, we get a huge amount of stagger as well, built into each of these attacks that we will be going up against. So let's just head up here and get a drain rating going. Okay, and we will just go for an all-out assault here. Okay, and let's back up. Whoops. Okay. Alright. Excellent. Okay, so now we got this guy. Okay. The gunner is messing things up there for us. And as you can see, because we have an insane amount of slash resist, we are actually able to make serious destruction here, while at the same time having no actual problems destroying these guys along the way. And if we go out for an all-out assault here on these guys, we are able to absolutely demolish everything in our path, regardless of what it is or how many enemies we have. And because we do have fairly decent ichor recovery here along the way, the gifts problem isn't really that big of a problem for us. And because most of the enemies here are single target enemies and everything, we can kind of make easy use of each of these fellas here. And this poke attack, the alternate light attack, is absolutely crazy. That it allows you to actually knock the enemies down, and for a very simple, easy mechanic. Okay. All right. And we'll just block those. And there's the unblockable. Yeah, I remember. Okay. And let's get in here for some drain attacks. Okay, so you can see that the unblockables are kind of the problem for us. No matter what we do or what enemy we come up against, the unblockables are going to be very much the problem that we run into here. Okay, let's see what Mia is doing over there. I'm not sure what she's what she's doing. Okay, we'll just go ahead and launch this guy. We will definitely go for a second launch into outer space, and you can see the amount of damage that this thing does on an attack, on a launch attack. It is absolutely crazy how much damage this thing can do here along the way. Okay. And there's the unblockable, so you want to watch out for that if you can. Alright. And let's go for a poke here. Absolutely crazy how devastating that poke is. Let's go ahead and launch these guys just to get them out of the way here. And you can see that that amount of damage is pretty crazy, that we can not only launch the guys, but also kill them pretty much during the launch attack. So right now, let's go ahead and heal one. Okay, and that'll be that. We will wait for our business here to come out of cooldowns, because it's not very long that we will have cooldowns here, and we have plenty of enemies down there at the bottom of the ramp that will wish us a quick and speedy death. Okay, so now as we get closer here, we can just go for a bunch of drain attacks to recover big amounts of health here along the way, which is great. Okay. And you can see that absolutely crazy the amount of damage that we are able to inflict with those running attacks, and you can see that we are almost up to full health here along the way. Definitely want to block that with oh, okay. Well, c'est la vie. Goodbye, Mia. That is most unfortunate for blood-sucking blades going away. Okay. Let's just go for some big pokes here. Good. Okay, so as you can tell, we really don't have too many problems here to speak of. The only thing being the unblockable business that these guys bring to the table here. Okay. And that's fine. And we'll let this guy do what he's gonna do here with his attacks, and that's completely fine. We'll recover a little bit of ichor here. We'll get a little bit of focus going. Oops. Let's go ahead and poke him a little bit here. Let's see what else he's gonna do. Yep, that's fine. Oh, okay. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Well, all things considered, we will just go ahead and end this fella here with some big drains there to make sure that we get a lot of our health back. And you want to be killing and draining as much as you can in when you have sturdy body active, because you will get more health back than you normally would. Okay, good. Just because of the fact that you have extra health active, which means that you are able to recover more health than you normally would, because of the fact that your health pool is higher. Okay, we'll just go ahead and block these fellas here a little bit. Okay, good. Good. A couple more hits and we will be focused. And these guys do not have an unblockable attack. So that is good. Good for us. Okay. And we'll just keep launching them up as much as we can. Okay. Alright, not a problem here. And we'll just go ahead and give this guy a nice poke. And as you can see, we did lose like half our health and all that, right? But it doesn't matter because now we have this bro here. Okay, we are almost focused. Okay, and now time to launch. And you can see that that is a huge amount of damage on this guy without really doing anything. And then as he gets up, we can go ahead and kill very hard in that regard. So all things considered here, let's go ahead and switch to the Warhammer, and we can see how this does pretty much the same thing. It's just crush damage now, and so we will be switching up the damage value here. And so as you can see, it will be pretty much the same business at hand as what we had before. However, it will be just a little bit, a little bit different of an attack sequence because of the hammer doing crush damage. Okay, and we can block these guys. Now they do have unblockable attacks, so we do need to watch out for that. Okay, good. And then this guy will follow us down. Come on. Okay, now he's got Crushing Might, so that's not too great for us. But because of guard reversal, he's kind of handicapped here. Okay, let's go for a big bash here. Oh, okay. Not a problem. And you can see that we are right back up on full health here. No real problems to speak of. And so we have an incredible ability set here to be able to destroy anything in our path whenever we want to with either weapon. It really doesn't matter which weapon we are going for. The amount of damage output that comes out of these things is absolutely crazy. And I mean, as you can see there are no single target enemies here that can really stand up to us in any fashion or other. So very powerful build sets here. And even though we are slow mobility, it doesn't really matter because nothing can really stand up to us, all things considered here. And because of our build and everything, with all the healing initiatives that we have set up here, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if we take damage like that, because the next fella that's around the corner here, we will just go ahead and simply tear him a new one. That's the unblockable. So the overheads are typically the things you want to watch out for, and so we are watching out for the best of them there. Okay, and as you can see, 7228, absolutely monstrous amounts of damage that we are able to put out. And this guy, we can keep him from calling his friends, and so that is very good. Okay, and we'll just go for a couple backstabs here, and you can see that we are right back up on full iCore or full health as well. Oops. Okay. And even though we missed that one there, it doesn't matter because look, we got all that health back, and we got a little more health there, and we will be able to get all of our health back, no problem. So let's go for the bonus bro. And we are able to completely block and demolish and destroy like everything in our path here along the way. There is not really any enemies that really stand too much of an actual fighting chance here. And this is a build set with like literally 0 buffs to our damage. This is all based off the blood code damage straight up. So very, very, very powerful here, all things considered. Because we have very, very, very high slash damage in our blood veil, slash resistance I mean, we are able to completely destroy these guys kind of wherever we want. Okay, so that's how the Argent Wolf Warhammer goes. So back to the Zweihander. And even though this weapon is slash completely, it still does a very, very good damage set there. As you can see, no real issues engaging really any of the enemies. And Dogged Fighter is not really particularly extra useful here for us. It is just simply to make sure that we are actually not having the problems of blocking, and because there are quite a few of stagger frames that happen after you get attacked by an enemy. Okay, and this guy is simply a no-show here for us to completely destroy him along the way. Now we could have gone for something to keep Mia alive for the extra added benefit of blood-sucking blades there, but that's okay. We will be just fine. Okay, let's go for big damage on this guy. And this is fine here because we are able to get attacked by all these guys because of Circular Guard. And that is completely fine. Now, when Circular Guard runs it out, we will be in some bad scenarios here. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, let's back up here. Let's go ahead and heal. Okay, now let's go for a poke. Oh. Let's run over here and heal again. Let's go for Circular Guard. Let's go for the Bayonet Man. Okay, so you can see that getting into a little bit of an extra scrape here is not so great. Okay, and this guy, we will let him... Whoops. Okay, so let's go for launches here. Get some heals. And definitely more launches. Oh. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, let's go for a poke. Whoops. Alright. Okay, so now that we are at this scenario here, you want to change this to Regeneration Shift. Okay. And now we can heal, big amounts, which is great. This guy, I guess, lost interest, which is fine for us. No problem there. So let's go ahead and keep what we have here. Definitely want Sturdy Body to do its business here, which is fine. Okay, this is good. This is good. And one more. Okay. And we'll go for a bunch of backstabs here along the way, because we want to get as much health as possible here. Okay, good, and we will definitely go for a bunch of launch attacks here to make sure we get as much health recovered as possible. Great. Okay, so right back up on top at full health here. We did have a little bit of a struggle there, but nothing too awful. Now this part is a little bit dicey here. Okay. Oh. Okay, now we've got everybody after us, which is a little bit of a not so great scenario here. Okay. Alright, so then we will go for a couple of pokes here, because the pokes are exceptionally great. Okay. Whoop, this guy's still interested in attacking us. So let's get over here. And let's move closer here. Okay. That's fine. We'll let him go ahead and attack us here. We'll go for a backstab and then into a dragon lunge, because that will destroy him here. Very good. A 310. Okay, let's switch back to our trusty hammer here. Okay, what do we got? We got this bro. Okay, let's go for a knockdown into another overhead slam. So you want to mix and match those movesets to make sure that you are able to actually make super use out of everything that the weapon has to offer here. Otherwise, you will be leaving a lot of damage on, a lot of damage on the table, and that is not agreeable in any sense of the ideas here that we have going. Okay, so we'll go for this. Good. And we'll just go for the backstabs here to load up on Ichor, as that is super helpful here. And remember, the third overhead is the one that will be an unblockable, so we do have to keep an eye on that. But that is completely fine since she's dead anyways. So as you can see, things do get a little dicey. However, with the build set that we have in place here, we are completely able to do whatever we want as we go along. As we get into the Attendant fight, it may be overconfidence, or it may just be confidence in the build, but we are going to go right into the fight. We are not going to go stop over at the missile, and then we will go back for the missile afterwards. Okay, and we will go for a couple of these items here, just to help us a little bit more in the fight here. Okay. Now, typically, these attacks are very damaging for us, so we will have to kind of watch ourselves here. Okay. And let's see what she's going to do. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Oh, she's a quick one. Okay, let's go for guard reversal. That'll help considerably here if she attacks us. There we go. There we go. And what is that? Circular guard is over, meaning that if she attacks us from the back, we will have some problems. Okay. Let's go for a couple of things here. Let's go for circular guard. Okay. Now she has elemental resist. But it doesn't really matter for us. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, 6,000 damage is pretty decent. Okay, let's see how the Warhammer does. Oop. Okay. Oops. Okay, there we go. Oh, she hit us. I didn't have my guard up enough. Yeah, that's fine. 2, and then the back attack. Ooh, He's a slippery little one. Okay, 2, and then the back. Nope. There it is. Okay, so not too bad overall here. Okay, let's get in here for some damage. Okay. And what's she gonna do? That's fine. Circular guard is over. So we do have to be a little bit a little bit antsy here about what's going on. Okay, so let's back up here. Let's go ahead and heal one. And as you can see, we have monstrous amounts of ability to heal here. Okay, what's she gonna do? And there's really nothing she can do overall because of just the amount of recovery here we have, while at the same time our stamina recovery is very good, and our stamina our stamina damage is very, very high. Whoops. And so we are completely able to rock her world, well, pretty much whenever we want. Okay. Okay. And let's see what she's gonna do. And then we will go right into a dragon lunge. Ooh, she's slippery. Okay. Let's back up here. Okay, let's go for the Zwei. And let's rock and roll here. Let's go for pokes, because pokes are amazing with this weapon. Pokes. Absolutely crazy how powerful things get here at this level when you really don't have when you don't even have buffs going. We aren't playing for enemy weaknesses, we are just playing for all out raw straight up power damage built into everything here, and it just absolutely rocks with how everything goes. And as you can see, yeah, we have Mia along here, but even without her, these guys just get torqued into oblivion here. And the dogs, they don't even stand a chance against this sword either. So let's go get our pure blood. And then we will, I think we'll take on the Berserker. I mean, because why not? At this point, he's just extra fun. Let's see, and we don't have the ladder up yet, or down, so let's go get the ladder pushed down, and then we will come back and fight the Berserker. Okay, let's go for a poke. Okay, now Mia may die here. There's no guarantee that she's going to actually survive this. So it's nice to have her back here for a minute, but that's okay. She is only along for the blood-sucking blades for the defense. As you can, whoops, no, that's not what I wanted. As you can see here, we are now up to 0.46, so that gave us like 0.12 plus the 0.4 of our guard drain rating up. So we are at 0.86, so a little bit less than 1. But that's okay. It still works out fairly good in our favor. Okay, so for the Berserker, this is a lot of dodging and damage, and hope that we don't get destroyed. But the nice thing is that we are able to block everything he has, no matter when or where we are. So that is really, really great. Okay. Yep, I'm watching it. Don't you worry, Mia. Okay. And no pokes for him. Okay, that's fine. And as you can see, we've already done a significant amount of damage to his health, and we have just simply done a few items here of damage. Okay, and again, guard reversal is great for this guy. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Okay, and he has no unblockable attacks, which is great. Okay, and it would be nice if we could get a guard reversal in here, but I don't think we will. And we'll go for a backstab so we can go into a dragon lunge here. We can either do dragon lunge or a guard reversal, either one. And we'll go for guard reversal now. And that's the only reason for the backstab here, is to buy us time. And there's, I love watching him bounce around. It's pretty hilarious. Okay. And, yep. Oh, okay. Let's see what he's gonna do. 1, 2. Okay. We'll go for that launch, because the launch is a beautiful, beautiful attack against this guy. Okay. And as you can see, even if we don't have guard stamina, we are able to do pretty much whatever we want here versus this guy. Okay. Nice. Okay. And 1, 2, and we'll walk around the back for another dragon lunge. Okay, 2300, that is not bad, and 4200, so pretty good there, all things considered. And go for pokes, because pokes are really, really, really strong with this weapon. Let's walk around the back and just repeat the cycle here as we go through. Okay, we'll let him attack and then go around the back. Oh, poor guy. And we will go right into a guard reversal here to stagger him a little bit. Yep, he does not like that. As you can see, he bounces all over the place with this. Absolutely hilarious how that goes. And he doesn't know it, but his demise is coming here very soon, right here. And that was unfortunate for him to attack me. So yeah, all things considered here, very, very, very kind of turtley based. However, the damage output is exceptionally considerable, regardless of the enemy you go up against. There's really nothing in this area except the crowded areas with multiple enemies that show up that are really any kind of concern of any kind at all. The rest of them, as you can see, just absolutely destroyed in every single possible way. So there really isn't anything, and we are still at full health with very limited healing ideas here. But between these three, you can, if you don't have regeneration shift and you go for improved regeneration, that's fine. Any one of these three gifts is completely fine here along the way. Now you can also go for EO in this area, as it helps you to talk to the attendants anyways, but she gives you regenerator. Let me see here. She gives you regenerator, which is a 15% increase to your regeneration, and it multiplies with whatever you have here between improved regeneration or regeneration shift. Either one of these are very, very, very good. And when you have lifesteal and regenerative drain, these are 5% of your health coming back. And when you have sturdy body active, you're getting 233 about on a backstab or a kill. But when you are, that's 233 health added to your health bar, which is 5% of this number. But then when you lose sturdy body, that translates not back into 5% of your other health. That translates into about 7 to 8% of that health bar. The 34, 44, I believe is what our health value was. So we are able to recover more health than we normally should. And because we're using a Hound's Veil, we're able to recover more health than we normally would anyways because of the charge drains. As you saw, we got a couple of those in some advantageous particular spots, and it helped 3445. Okay, so here, yeah, you would only get about 172 or so instead of the 233. So you're getting 60 more health every drain attack and kill, which is significant when you are going through like 4 or 5 guys at once. That can be upwards of 12-15% of your health coming back extra than it normally would, just because of having sturdy body active with the amount of enemies that you're draining and killing. So yeah, this weapon absolutely ridiculous, all things considered, with how it is built, the defenses that it comes with in a fortified state. Unfortified is absolutely ridiculous as well, at 96 across the board, and very high stamina reduction as well, and still very, very, very high damage values baked into it, regardless of what you are going for. So very, very powerful weapon. Most people use it in their first playthrough, which is understandable. And if you are going for this weapon having some kind of retaliation, like guard reversal mixed with dragon lunge, very, very, very potent combination, even against enemies without any kind of damage buffs that we have along for the way here. Now, if we were to go for some kind of damage buffs, what you would want to do is you want to go for like maybe a lightning, and then something like flashing fang, something like that, because then as you join into some of the attack scenarios, I'll head back and show you what that might look like versus some of these guys, and you can start to get an... Oh, there's this Zweihander. Perfect. Maybe that we'll just have that for the for the thumbnail. What a timely visual there. Okay, so if we go for something like this and having some extra damage here, and I mean 3600 damage, absolutely crazy. Okay, that dude's dead behind him. Okay. Oh, this guy is active, as you can see there. Very, very, very high damage value numbers, and so if you go for 10% damage up here with adrenaline, we are starting to rock over 2000 damage without even trying to do anything here. Okay, and if we go for lightning, I mean 3700 on one attack is absolutely crazy for these levels of damage, as well as what we are engaging with here against these guys. Okay, let's go for a poke and another poke. Good. Oh. Okay, let's go for a launch. As you can see there, 5000 damage. Very, very, very powerful, all things considered. Okay, and then we'll go for Bayonet Boy. Okay, and that's fine that these guys are attacking us and everything, because we are able to completely destroy them. And along here with Io, as you can see, she has a lot more survivability than Mia does, and we are able to completely wreck everything here if we want to. Oops. Okay. 8000 damage, not too bad for just a little small attack there. Okay, and easy. So there are ways to make this weapon even more powerful than what it already is. 2049 is already a huge damage value with one buff on and 20% more coming from lightning weapon. Depending on what the enemy's weaknesses are, we can bump that up to about 2400. on this weapon with two simple buffs here along the way. So very, 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 very strong weapon in this regard. If you are interested in going for a damage setup here with this weapon, this is one of the ways that you can make the weapon shine to its strengths and you know, absolutely put the hurt on the enemy, while at the same time having a huge amount of sustain built into your entire setup here. So all things considered, pretty fun build, pretty powerful build, depending on what you're trying to go for. This is one of those weapons that you pick up and you never forget that you used it, because it truly is the definition of a shield, while at the same time being the definition of a giant two-handed greatsword. And the Revenants wield it with one hand, which I think is pretty awesome. It shows that we are truly making these weapons out of our blood, and that they are, you know, a more representation of what our imagination is, more than physical attributes. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Sorry this took so long to kind of walk through this weapon and everything, but I think it's worth talking about just because of how iconic this weapon is to the game, as well as the community as well. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was informative and enjoyable for you guys to learn about this weapon here. And we even got the screenshot for it, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, we'll see you guys later. Take care.